my fellow fighters and the people of South Africa. According to me, and I'm not even the biggest supporter of President Jacob Zuma. I'm not even a member of the MK party. I have my first, second, third shares of opinions which are uncomfortable about the party. But I still believe, as a young honorable man, Floyd Shivambu didn't have to attack the MK party the way he did. He didn't have to expose the secret inconsistencies of the party the way he did. He didn't have to expose the money scandals, the money laundering, allegedly the 7 millions leaving the party like he did. He didn't have to do all of that. He didn't have to say the things he was saying about President Jacob Zuma being surrounded by people who are scoundrels. I don't even know what that means, but I believe it's people who are vultures, vampires, trying to feed off the blood of Ungamalala. He didn't have to say all of those things. I don't agree with that, because what will that say about me to agree with him doing all of that nonsense? Because that didn't show any loyalty. That didn't show any loyalty to the MK party. That didn't show any loyalty to President Jacob Zuma. That didn't show any loyalty in any way. Who can trust him from here going forward? If in secret we are doing all of these shenanigans, monies are leaving the party, and we are facing a secret uncomfortable process of being deregistered, and you go out there and you make our political party vulnerable by spilling the beans because you can't keep your mouth shut. I can't agree with that. I can't respect the man who does that. At least if it was not Floyd, it was someone else from outside who was investigating, it would make sense. But for the fact that it's Floyd who vowed to pledge his loyalty to the MK party when he left the EFF, and he still did damage like that, no one is safe around him. No one is safe around him. No one is safe if this is how he's moving. This we are going to interrogate, Buffett. This opened a lot of can of worms to a lot of different conversations. And it's fine. Many people like to speak about politicians and say, politicians, this is not a game of principles. These are politicians. So politicians, they lie. It's whatever. You have to accept them for who they are. That's how they are. They are unprincipled. We won't accept them for how they are. That's not true. There's plenty of politicians who are principled. There's plenty of politicians who don't lie. They don't lie. What they do is just they don't tell the whole truth. But they don't lie. There is politicians like that. There is honorable, trustworthy, loyal politicians. Loyal to their friends. Loyal to their brotherhood. Loyal to their constituency. Loyal to those who are around them. There is politicians like that. So let's not make this as if it's a normal thing we should accept. We won't accept politics being an unprincipled game. So we might as well just leave it and let the country die and let everyone go to shit. Because how can we just accept it's the game of the unprincipled? There's no ways. It's the game of the principled against those who are unprincipled. And Floyd betrayed President Jacob Zuma. Floyd betrayed MK party. He betrayed MK party. MK party people, they don't see what Floyd has done because they're so focused on what Floyd was saying about the EFF. Me, I'm focused on what he said about himself, what he said about the people around him, what he said about the EFF, and also what he said about the MK party. In everything. But it seems MK party people, they are so focused on what he was saying about the EFF. The insult, the Brenda Fassie thing, the EFF is a cult thing. They can't see the damage that he has done to their party by speaking too much. And maybe with time, they're going to appreciate people like me who's trying to conscientize them to see things for what they are. Because now they're being delusional. They're saying, he must come back to the party. We want him to the party. This man has made it clear he doesn't want to come back. He's opened his options to go out there, to entertain the new lover. He's going to the people of South Africa for them to tell him if he should open a party. And they're saying, he must come back. How do you date someone who has opened the options to go and date other people while he's with you? You must be insane. You must be crazy to do that. So I'm just saying, MK Party people, this is not a man you should trust with your secret. Look, I'm not condoning all of the things Floyd exposed. I'm not condoning all of those things about money laundering, about President Jacob Zuma being surrounded by snakes and all of that. I'm not condoning that behavior. But I'll never condone treacherous behavior. It doesn't matter how you are being treacherous. Treacherous is treacherous. Doesn't matter if you're exposing the MK Party for that in public like this. The fact remains. You betrayed the MK Party's trust. You didn't have to do that in public. Didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. You could have spoke about other things. But going as deep as that, who can trust you from here going forward? Because once you get angry, you spill the beans, you're kuluma, you get triggered and you start throwing tantrums. You even reject people's friendships. You call them gangsterism and all of that because ukwatile. It's wrong. It's wrong what he has done to the MK Party because it exposes him more than it exposes MK Party, guys. You're not understanding. It exposes him more because now everyone who's going to be dealing with him, now everyone who's going to be looking at him, they are looking at him with a lens of, can I trust this member? Can I be safe around this guy? Can I speak my full potential against this guy? Isn't this guy one day going to betray me, betray my trust, betray this? Can I give him these secrets? Can I give him? I'm not saying the MK Party secrets are good secrets. Hey, man, I don't know what's going to happen, investigations or what. I don't know. I don't care. But man to man, hi, there's no loyalty in this man. This man can sell you out, Buffett. He just sold President Jacob Zuma and the MK Party live on a press conference. Live. About the Morocco issue, about the monies being left, about the MK Party leadership, people surrounding him, about the Tuzile doing allegedly. Then if he can do that to a president of a political party who has entrusted him, imagine you as a regular person on the ground. He has done the same thing to Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, by the way. When Mbuyiseni Ndlozi was going at a beef with Boshiri, he joined the Boshiri side and betrayed Mbuyiseni Ndlozi in public. So imagine if this is what he's doing to his people who are out there respected above in society. People like President Jacob Zuma, people like Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, Julius Silo Malema. What he can do to you as a regular so he doesn't beat the allegations because he's disrespectful to people. He comes late in meetings. He thinks he's the man above everyone. He has chela. Does he beat the allegations after you guys watch the presser? Does he beat those allegations? After everything he has said about the MK Party, does he beat the allegations? He's now claiming to have formulated all the structures in the MK Party. Hi, ziyakhala bafethu, but it is what it is. We thank you very much, guys. Thank you.